Have you ever snapped your wrist doing a nasty hostile flick, causing RSI? Well, I sure did, because I spent over 200 hours on aim trainers to try and regain the control I've lost after getting a glass mousepad. So, after a lot of intense and regular aim training, I got decent with the glass pad, but I was tensing my hand way too hard, thus hurting my wrist, fingers and my form. I was over flicking and over aiming everything, which led to me switching between cloth and glass from time to time. Until I saw a video of Struth Gaming where he exposed the bad designs of most modern gaming mice, which led to him making these little prisma-shaped things that do not look like much, but honestly make a huge difference. So I set out and ordered a pack. Oh. Time to apply them, little rackers.
I started out by cleaning the spots where I would want to put the ClawMates. After that, I cut the double-sided tape to the right size and shapes. Right after, I put the double-sided tapes on the ClawMates to then later put on my mouse. I found it to be, to work better this way if I first put the double-sided tape on the ClawMates and then on my mouse. After that, I repeated that a bunch of times and ended up with a total of 3 ClawMates, and I just found that to be the best number for me. You could probably even add a bunch on top of each other for even better grip if it fits your preference, but that's how it worked best for me.
Those ClawMates are hella hard to put on. Like, trust me, I was out here struggling with my dumb, fat, Among Us looking ass fingers. They feel really weird at first and took me a few days to get used to them. But in those few days, I already noticed a lot of improvements. First of all, my wrist and fingers weren't hurting anymore, and everything felt way more responsive and precise. And my aim and grip were a lot calmer. Because of that, I had way better control and as a result hitting a lot more flicks. And it felt like I was able to reposition and recover my aim way faster with these ClawMates than without them. So like doing a 360 and then like recovering your crosshair onto the target. After having applied and played with the ClawMates for 2 weeks, I wanted to switch back to cloth to see what it feels like. But my other mouse was still without the ClawMates. So I decided to play anyway, and it felt horrible. I felt like I was gripping onto a brick with my arm floating in the air and like having to sustain the entire weight of a brick with my fingertips. It felt bad, like it actually hurt. Therefore, I equipped my cloth mouse with these little spikes as well to make it look like a hedgehog. And ever since that day, I was giving head to any enemy. Wait, but for real, it felt spectacular and I was hitting a lot of shots in Valorant, wrapping up to a total of 48% headshot rate with clips like this. So yeah, it's definitely safe to say that these tweaks help your performance and form and will give you an advantage. And for the question why the companies aren't like implementing this on their designs, it is because they can't. Because every hand is different and every human has different preferences. These ClawMates allow for very custom setups and builds. But this performance boost comes with a lot of grease and dirt building up from sweat and dead skin. which you'll need to clean every once in a while. Another thing I've noticed is that the double-sided tape is only holding on for like 1 to 2 months of intense use. After that, they loosen and you'll need to replace the tape. At least that was my experience, but that's not that big of an issue because there's a lot of double-sided tape coming with the package. So, as a conclusion, these things are pretty dope and do allow you to be a lot more consistent, but obviously with enough training, they're not necessary. But if you have pain or feel uncomfortable with your mouse right now, I'd say give them a try. They're only like $12 and come in packs of 8 pieces, therefore you can experiment, or if you have like multiple mice, you can apply them to a lot of mice with only buying 1 pack. There are also 3 different colors to fit your preference, and they can be applied to vertically any mouse or controller or pen or keyboard or whatever you need. And for me, honestly, shipping only took 1 week, and with that, I'ma send this vid. I'm sorry for the massive break between videos. I will try to be more consistent and upload more frequently. But here's your iguana fact number 2. Some iguanas have a so-called parietal eye, giving them 3 eyes in total, allowing them to see and differentiate more color wavelength. Yo!